Hey guys, what's up and welcome. It's Matthew here, the hybrid, the best of both worlds, the designer and developer from South Africa. I am starting an interesting series. This is the series I wanted to see, to watch, and learn from. And checking on YouTube and Udemy, I never got something like that. Okay. As a developer, most especially somebody who has learned coding from YouTube for the most part of it, as much as I've got a diploma in IT or software development, but most part I am self-taught. So I always wanted someone, a YouTuber, to show me a project, something that it's a real life project that they have done. And I wanted them to take me through the thought process, to show me the code behind the scene, the thinking, the branding, the design pattern, things that are useful, things that they are discovering and uncovering as time goes by. That's the knowledge that I wanted. I didn't want a clone. I didn't want a copy of Dropbox. I didn't want that. I wanted something authentic, something genuine. I wanted to know what was the developer thinking, how it started. And this course or this series is going to be that. Okay. As you know, okay, in this channel, I've got these videos here. Okay. Here I am sharing my experience with coming up with my SAAS application, which is an accounting system. I've got an interest in accounting, and accounting is interesting to me. Remember, I'm not saying I master and I know accounting. Even in school, I some sort of dodged or dumped accounting because it was a little bit difficult for me. I chose maths and physics better. So I'm not an expert in the field. These are the things that I want to teach you. Most people, they don't come up with a great tech product because they think that they have to be expert in that field. Okay, you can find, like, what can I say, somebody who's a domain expert. Like if it's a lawyer, you can talk to the lawyer and solve their own problem without being an expert. So as you can see here, it's been a while since I've been trying to develop this accounting system. I've been failing, continuing, telling you guys that this is, I don't know this, I'm confused here, my skill set, it's not to the level that I want. So this is like a continuation, but basically what I'm going to teach you here, I am going to take you through the thought process, the difficulties, the things that are difficult for me, where I have failed dismally, the things that I have to learn, new techs that I have to learn in order to solve the problem. What am I hoping? What are you going to get in this series? I want you to have a real life experience, like to really see it. Okay, that this guy started here and this is what he has done. These are the decisions that he has to make. These are the things that he thinks they are important for, in order for you to get a job, and. There's a lot to cover, guys. Okay, so let's just start by demonstrating where I am at the moment. This is a continuation. I'm still building the product, okay? But I'm changing its names. I am changing a lot of things, changing the packages that I'm using, and. So without talking too much, I think you really want to see what is going on, okay? Cool. So this is just an accounting application. What is it for? It just creates codes and that's it. Okay, it's that simple. I'm trying to create MVP here, a minimum viable product. I'm not trying to be smart or something. I realize that trying to be smart, it's a drawback. You might not get to the finish line. Okay, so what I want to do here, I want to help freelancers to create a quotation and send them to their clients. And then when they receive, let's say, when the client is approved the quotation, and then they create an invoice. And that's it. So this is the sign up screen, the sign in screen. Okay. I think we can just go to the sign up so that I can show you everything. Okay. So that I can demonstrate it with the real life, what can I say, test. Okay. So without wasting time, let's just jump straight into it. So we've got a sign up page here. At the moment, this is running locally. So let me just quickly show you. As you can see, now it's compiling. Let me just move something here. As you can see now, it's compiling sign up. Okay, so obviously it's going to take some time. My apologies about that. Okay, there are many factors. Maybe my computer is slow, or maybe I'm not sure, Visual Studio Code is taking time, but we are going to get there. So as you can see now, it's compiling sign up. Okay, so let's go back here. As you can see now, I'm here on sign up. One of the things that I challenge, okay, it's to be consistent. Okay, so as you can see, this page it's sign up, but here I've got register. Okay, so these are the things that I'm going to discuss and help you understand. Okay, so guys, let's just um put a general email, an easy one. Let's say student. Okay, I'm hoping that you want to be a student, you want to learn something, student at gmail.com. Okay, and my apologies about this. This is supposed to be the name, so let's have student here. So what's the name of this guy? Let's say John. Okay, let's say this is John. Um, John's email. Let's let it be John. Okay, I'm making things easier. I want to remember these credentials. So if I've got a lot of confusing things, I might forget. What is the password? The password has to be John. Okay. If you submit here, it will tell you that you need to what can I say? Confirm the password. So let's confirm the password. It's John. Okay. And that is it. So let's sign up. Click submit. Let's see. So when you sign up, okay, you will have to create a company. Okay, it's like you can't use the application without creating a company. You must create your own company. Okay, as you can see, guys, this is what you have to be used to. Okay, things don't go the way you want. Maybe this is the first lesson. Okay, you think, plan, and design, and then execute, and then you will face an error. Okay, obviously, let's just quickly check what might be the problem. Let's see. This system, as you can see, it's running locally and it's connecting to this database. So I need to make sure that this server, I need to make sure that XAMPP is running, everything is running, MySQL database is running. Let's see. Okay. So what might be the problem? Let me just refresh for the last time. And then when I am, or maybe that user exists, that might also be a possibilities, but that's not something to write a story about. Let me just go to the networks. Okay, as I am doing it, I want to see what's going on. Okay, not a problem. Let's go back to John. Let's say John here, and then let's say John D, okay, at gmail.com, and then let's type John, and let's type John. Okay, and then let me check on the network what happens as I am logging in. This is register, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, let me check here. So I want to see the response. What is the problem? Sign up error. Let's see what might be the problem. It looks like things are not going according to the way we want. What have I done? Is this connecting locally or it's connecting to a different database? Okay, let's see, what am I going to do? Okay, we can also check here what is the problem. Okay, let's check here. Can't reach the database local host. Okay, it makes sense now. I understand. Okay, this database cannot be reached. Okay, let's go back here. This is the server, so let me just stop this and restart it. Okay, my apologies about this, but in this channel and in like with me in general, how I teach things, the first thing that I would advise you, don't run away from bugs. Like, be friends with errors. Okay, things will go wrong. If I can teach you to become what can I say, a genius in coding, there's nothing called a genius. Okay, even if you can repeat the same project exactly, you will always get bugs. Okay, so guys, be friends with things going wrong. Okay, cool. So now what I did, I just restarted this server so that we can communicate to it. Also, we can test, is this server running? This is how we can test admin. Okay, I am testing, is this server running? I want to see these tables. Okay, I want to see these tables and show you that these are the tables that are involved here. So if we can see those tables, that means the server is running. Okay, so let's just wait for that, and that will be it. Okay, let's see, it's still loading. So in the meantime, let me go back here and just test. Okay, after restarting that server, what will happen? As you can see, guys, now everything is successful. Okay, so I had to restart this server, this XAMPP. Okay, maybe sometimes when my SQL is not running, okay, it shows a yellow background here. Okay, in most cases, but now it looks like it didn't show that yellow background, but it was not running. Okay, so I hope you understand why we were not able to sign up. Okay. And then, do we have to save this credential? Yes, because I might forget, okay, the password and everything. So I'm going to save. Okay, guys, my apologies for that detour, but I think it was necessary. Okay, that detour was necessary. Now, when you get into this application, you don't have a company. Okay, you don't have a company. What does that mean? It means that you need to first create a company. Okay, so I have designed this application in such a way that even if you can go to client, okay, this route, there is nothing that you are going to see except you need to first create a company, as you can see. So it looks like there's nothing you can do here. Okay, you have to create a company. I hope you do get that. Okay, let's go to items. Okay, as you can see, so meaning that first create a company. So I've got this message here. First, set up your company. Please note that you will be logged out when you are done. Why the system needs to log you out when you are done? Simply because I'm using JSON web tokens. If you don't understand those things, stick with me. I'll make you famous. I'll take you places to see different faces. I am going to explain these things in detail. These are the things that I wanted somebody to explain to me, but unfortunately, I didn't see that video. Okay, so I'm using JSON web token. In simple terms, I've got a certain string of characters or an encoded string that is within my browser. Okay, that is sitting here on my cookies. Okay, and then when you are signing up, okay, that encoded string, I want application here, that encoded string has got the user detail like John Doe and his own email and at this moment in time, that decoded string, which is this one, that decoded string doesn't have the company for John Doe. As you can see, no company yet. Okay, so that means if John Doe decided to create a company, he must be logged out so that this string can be regenerated with let's say with a key value pair of the company, with a key company. Okay, so that the company could be here. So let me just quickly demonstrate here. What can I say? JSON web token, it's one of those difficult concept to explain. Okay, I'm hoping in this series I am going to explain it and make it simple to you. I remember in one of, if not one of the interviews, I think at work, okay, in a place where I was working at, okay, I was asked about this thing, okay, but the way in which I was asked, it was asked in a very different and complicated way, and I ended up thinking that I don't know much. I will never understand JSON web token and how they happen. I remember I had to use a Spotify API, and then I was told about the JSON web token, and it lasts for 90 days. It was super complicated. I didn't know that I could understand it. So in this series, I'm going to break down those things. So let's get back to business. As you can see here, this is the complicated string. Okay, I will explain it later. Here is the information when this information when it's decoded. Here is it: active name John, active email. As you can see, this is this guy's email, but on company it's none. Okay, so I must log you out so that when you register the company, you need to log in. I need to generate a new encoded string that has got your company name here. If that happens, then you will have access to other modules. Okay, remember, this is just a demonstration. Okay, but this is a demonstration of a developer. Somebody would develop the application, so I can't hold myself, but sometimes explain these things to you. Okay, so let's continue, guys. As you can see, what could be our company? Let's say um coded design, my channel name, or let's say coded UI. Okay, that means the UI will be UWI. Why coded UI? Simply because I'm a designer as well. I've got a YouTube channel, Coded UI, where I teach people Figma, where I teach people how to design awesome user interfaces. Maybe if you are interested in that, you can just come to this channel, guys, and just support me. As you can see, I've got some awesome tutorials here. Okay, so let's go back here, back to the matter at hand. So this is coded UI. Then from here, is it a company or an individual? Then this is a company. And then contact person, obviously it's Matthew, which is me. Okay, and then the tagline, let's say best UI channel. Okay, best UI channel. Contact number, let's just take any contact number, 078 what. If you see this number like this, remember I'm in South Africa. Okay, so this is how we write numbers. Maybe I'm supposed to put here +24, but that's unnecessary. So what's our email address? Let's see. This is my email address. Maybe if you might want to ask me something, I've got also a 10-hour coaching course where I teach you exactly what you want to know. Maybe you can reach me here and we will see what we can do. But I can make you a better developer, teach you everything that I know. Okay, let's see what we can do. So as you can see, guys, now we are creating our own company. Remember, we can not access any module without creating a company. I hope that is clear. So let's create a company. Now we know our server is running. Remember, I have noted this, you will be logged out. Okay, company company created successfully. Now you are supposed to be logged out. As you can see, this is spinning right here. So this is logging you out. Why? I've explained to you. Okay, so let's sign in now. Okay, this is our email, johnd@gmail.com. Let's sign in and see what's going to happen. Okay, this is an interesting project. I enjoyed creating this project. Okay, the design patterns, the thinking, the strategies, and everything. Okay, it looks like now we are still locked out and it's still taking us to the same screen. This is a problem. Okay, it's not supposed to do that. So let's see why it's behaving that way. Let me see, what am I going to do? Okay, first of all, let's just go here and let's check, do we have a company name here? Remember, guys, I am not here to demonstrate a perfect system. Okay, the idea of this system being perfect, it's not part of the lesson. Okay, so whatever that it's misbehaving, I will just tell you why it's misbehaving, and I will tell you this is the code that makes it to misbehave. Basically, that's what I wanted to teach you. Okay, so let's see, it's supposed to show us the company name here and it's not showing us. The first thing that we need to do, let's go to application and let's check this string, the token. Okay, let's just copy this token. Let's go back to JSON Web Token. Let's see what will be here under company. Okay, let's see. Hope you are learning. Okay, under company, it looks like we still have none, as you can see, of which yes, as you can see, of which this is a problem. So what I'm going to do, the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to log out here just to double check. Okay, I'm going to log out here. Okay, and then I'm going to log in again, and then I'm going to go to my database and let's check what's going on there. Okay, what might be the holdback? Let's just double check users. Do we have a new user here, which is John D? Let's just double check that. Name John. Here is johnd@gmail.com. Okay, let's check, does this guy has a company? It looks like this guy really for real, so the system is correct. Okay, this company was not registered. Okay, let me think in my code what might have happened. Okay, let's see, let's see somewhere here, sign in. Let's see. Okay, it's cool. Let's go back here and let me sign in again. Okay, I just need to observe here what is going on. Okay, I've managed to sign in. Let's go back and create the company and see, isn't maybe there any error somewhere here? Okay, as you can see, guys, here I'm logging in things. Okay, here I'm just testing things as I develop the application. Okay, so let's go back to here. And then what was the name of the company? Coded UI. and then this is going to be a company, contact person, it's me. Okay, Matthew, and then tagline for now, let's just say best of the best. All right, and then the contact number. Okay, and all right, all right, all right, all right. In the code, okay, in the code, I don't want the companies to have the same email. I know why it didn't register. Obviously, I've been careless in error handling. This is work in progress. But now I know why the company has not been registered. Simply because I used an email address that has been used. So what we need to do, let's just put 2 here or 6 just to make it unique. Okay. And then let's just see what will happen. Company created. How are we going to know that? Let's go back to our database. We don't really need to use the code. The database can tell us. As you can see, now it's none. Let's just refresh and see what will happen. Okay. Now there's an ID here. Okay. As you can see, my mistake. Remember, I told you development, it's what can I say, I'm not sure if the mystery it's an exaggeration or it's just the word is suitable, but it's just a mystery. Okay, it's always new. Okay, so I forgot that I had a validation on my Prisma's code or my server code where the emails must not be the same. Okay, so guys, I hope you do get what's going on, and I hope you do not only get what's going on, but you get the sense of building a tech startup and the confusion that comes. Can, as a developer, somebody who has developed the application, my knowledge, my intelligence, can I be confused? Of course, yes. Do you know why? Simply because you are a human. Do you know the song, I'm only human after all? We are humans. We forget, okay? That's why you need to structure your code in such a way that it's easy for somebody else to understand what were you thinking, and also what were you thinking, because tomorrow you might forget the code. Okay, cool. So as you can see, guys, now we've got the company. So let's go back here. Okay, let's sign in as John Doe. Now I am hoping, not necessarily I'm hoping, because when I'm hoping it looks like I'm not confident. Okay, now I know. Okay, now I know that my JSON web token has a company ID there. Okay, so let's go back to application here. Network. Do I want to be here? I want to be on application. Where is application? I want to be here, and then here is a JSON web token. If you don't know this, don't mind, I will explain it to you. Okay, let's check, guys. It looks like now on company we've got the company ID. That's why the user interface is behaving this way. Now it's allowing us to use the system. Okay, welcome to Matthew's intelligence. Okay, when I'm saying intelligence here, I'm not saying I'm smart, guys. Okay, I'm just saying my thinking. Okay, all right. So as you can see, guys, now we are in. This is dashboard. Okay, what are these numbers? Okay, this is work in progress. This is how my dashboard is going to look like. Okay, it's going to look like. Okay, so but I need to pull this data from the database. At the moment, this is just what can I say, ghost information. Okay, as you can see, this is not like realistic. Okay, but the components are realistic and they are working fine. So this is going to be your dashboard. This will give you a snapshot of your company. So if this accounting system, it can help you to create a code, why don't we create a code then? Okay, let's see. So we are going to go to code. If you can check the code, suppose is compiling dashboard code. Okay, let's go back. Okay, as you can see, guys, now we are on quotations. Okay, let me just give you what can I say, a taste of some other things that I did here. This series is going to be long. Do you know that in trying to solve this problem, I ended up creating my own UI library? Maybe you might ask, which library have you used here? Is it ShadCN or whatever? I have used ShadCN and I had some few limitations. Okay, I decided to create my own library. Okay, I'm still using some of the ShadCN component, but I call that library met component. Okay, this information that I'm telling you now maybe you are going to get it maybe on video number 20. There's a lot going on here, but I was just telling you that I ended up building my own framework, okay, and also pimping ShadCN a little bit. You will see what I did on ShadCN in order to change it, okay. One of the things that I didn't tell you, it's a light and dark theme, okay. I'm not sure about you, but it's not easy to theme ShadCN. Okay, maybe to some people it's easy, but to me it has not been easy. To implement the theming part, it's easy to implement it to some sort of, not necessarily install, but to add the feature. Now you need to theme ShadCN components to conform to your own colors. It's a mission and a half, and I have hacked ShadCN to do what I want. So that's why I've got an awesome light and dark theme here. Beautiful. Okay, so let's continue, guys. Now let's create a quotation. So as you can see, guys, this is a quotation and this is supposed to be a list of quotations. Okay, so as you add a quote, this is the total number. Okay, you will see. Now when we get here, we don't have the client. Okay, do we have the client? No. Coded UI have client? No. That means we need to add a client. So you will come here and add a client. What is the client's name? Okay, let's say the client name is Google, but this doesn't make sense. Let's say the client name is Mr. Meth. Okay, let's say. Okay, Mr. Meth. Okay, and then Mr. Meth is an individual. Okay, let's say my client is an individual. The contact person, let's say Meth Doe. Okay, that's the contact person, and then the contact number 078 blah 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 blah. Okay, and the email, it just has to be unique. So I can click this one and then delete this and put 7 there. I'm just creating a unique email, guys. So let's add. All right, so I am adding the client. Let's see what's going on. What is the code doing? Is it reflecting what is going on in front end? Let's see. As you can see, guys, I've got a form here, which is form add client. Okay, so now I'm sure that it's doing exactly that. So let's go back to code. Let's go back to codes, and then let's check here. Do we have a client here? Looks like we have. Our client is Mr. Math. Okay, cool. Now let's add an item. Do we have an item? We don't have an item yet, so let's go back to items and let's add an item. I'm hoping you are starting to see what's going on here, and also the UI heading that I'm using here. Okay, for instance, if in case you have missed it, when we get into client, we've got add client and user list. This is an error. This is something that I need to change, but it's supposed to be list of client. And then when you go to item, we've got item. Okay, add item. As you can see, we're adding an item and the list of items here. Okay, this is just a pattern that I've used. Why do you use pattern? When you are new into coding and development, you want to be the coolest kid in the block. You want to come up with new things. You want to change things. Okay, but as you get lost in your own code, frustrated, what can I say, and encounter a technical debt, and things got, yeah, like when things get complicated and you are not winning and you are tired, you always roll back to the basics and principles. So hence I'm saying, why am I adhering to certain patterns? It's simply because I did it the cool way and it didn't work. So I was like, let me do it the boring way. Okay, so I've got items. I add and I have a list. I add and I have a list. It's something that I did it intentionally. Okay, so let's add an item. Okay, as you can see, this is not supposed to be here. Okay, because this is an icon for what can I say? This is an icon for a user. Okay, I'm going to delete it when I want to. Okay, Okanye, when the time is right. Okay, so let's add an item. What are we selling? Coded UI, is it selling t-shirts or is it selling informational product? Let's say UI course, informational products. Okay, we're selling a UI course. Is it a product or a service? It's a service. Okay, it's active. I'm happy with that. How much is it? This is rents. So let's say 1,200. Okay, fair enough. And then enter the description. Full UI course. Okay, that is it. So let's add the full UI course. Okay, loading spinner and a toaster. I think now you are getting used to it. Why always loading spinner and the toast? Those are the patterns. Okay, when you dive deep into development or you are trying to create your own thing, you rely on patterns. Okay, you like similarity, uniformity, and consistency. Okay, so let's go back to creating a code and let's see, do we have an item now? Okay, the reason why we're having a loading spinner here simply because these items are being loaded from the database. Okay, as you can see, guys, in case you feel like this is perfect, this is awesome, the UI it's on point. Okay, I have got a course that can help you to reach that level. And if you check on Udemy, you can search for Matthew Msingati. These are my two courses. Besides these courses, I've got a free course here. If you go under my profile, I've got a course on Figma, Introduction to Figma. It's a free one. But in case you want to learn more about development, React, Next.js, then you can buy one of these courses. Okay, this one or this one. What is special about these courses? Not necessarily special, what is in it for you? Okay, I think this is the best way to explain it. What is in it for you? Okay, when you get in these courses, I've got a lot of content for free. Okay, and I did it deliberately. If you look at many Udemy courses, you'll find out that there's a lot of 5% free, just like as a preview, and then from then you have to pay it. In these courses, I think I have 70% for free. Even if you don't have the money, you can come here and watch that 70% and apply it to get a job or make your life better, and leave that 30% that I have reserved for somebody who might help me with some sort of supporting me and the channel. Okay, so I'm trying to say, even if you don't have money, there is a lot of content here. Since this is not a platform for that, I'm not going to click here to show you. But if you can see here, if this course is around about 30 videos, believe me, plus minus 20 videos, they are for free. You can watch and learn. Enough about that. Let's continue. So we are here, guys. We have added the client. We have added an item. So now let's create a code. Okay, let's start by creating the code without putting anything. As you can see, guys, we've got validations here. Somebody might ask, how is this validating? Okay, it's using React Hook Form. Yes, but I created my own library. Okay, it's called Metforms. I have wrapped React Hook Form and make it easy to use. Maybe somebody might ask why it looks like now all of a sudden you are creating your own things. Okay, it looks like you are busy creating your own things. When you are solving a problem, not doing a YouTube clone, when you are not following somebody else, you've got a problem at hand that you have to solve. You have to think, plan, design, and solve it in your own when in trying to do that. Okay, in trying to solve that problem, you start to see some things that need improvement, not only in your own code but in development in general, and you will start to change them. Okay, suppose I'm supposed to have used shardcn forms. Okay, shardcn form, because shardcn forms also, they are wrapping React Hook Form, but the way in which they are doing it, their own form, a form with two components, I think they might have almost 30 to 40 lines of code. Okay, and I decided to change that. I didn't like it. Okay, it was too much for me. It was too much code. I didn't know why. Okay, so I decided to create my own some sort of component, which is metform, or library, which is metform. Okay, so what shardcn achieves in 40 lines, I only achieved it in 2 lines. Okay, so that's why you'll always hear me that saying I created. I think these are the benefits that comes with solving real life problems instead of just following clones. Are clones wrong? No, clones are okay for beginners, and even me, I watch clones, but there are some things that you will never learn there. Skills like architecture and problem solving skills. Let's continue, guys. So as you can see, the validation is on point. So let's select Mr. Math. So Mr. Math want us to teach them this UI course. As you can see, guys, this is the description, full course, quantity, amount, and that's it. So let's get into here. Somebody might ask, what is this? Okay, this is beautiful, this page. Is this a form or what? This is a form, and I have used React hook form behind the scene. Obviously using my own library, which is met forms, and at the same time I have mixed that with tables. Okay, with table, this is a form but it's mixed with tables. Let me show you what do I mean. As you can see, this is a table, column and table, and also I am making use of React hook, no, not React hook form, I've already said that, React query. Okay, I'm also mixing that with React query. So this page, it's a combination of I'm just going to only mention the core, okay, not my own met component and whatever and met forms. Okay, it's a combination of React hook form, a table, a normal table. This is not a 10 stack table, it's a normal table, and React query. Okay, more about those later. Okay, so guys, I think we have created, let me remove this, I don't know why this is. Okay, so we have added an item here. I don't think we need this item, we can remove it. Okay, we don't need that one, we only need this one. So this guy, Mr. Math, want us to teach him this course. Okay, full course description. He said he wants 2 sessions. Let's say, maybe let's say this is a session for an hour, so he said he wants 2 sessions. Okay, so as you can see, 1200 times 2 is 2400. The sum total, it's 2400. Maybe Mr. Math decides that, okay, cool, it's not going to be only me, I've got a brother of mine that will also want. Okay, cool, let's just add another item here, almost like the same item here. I'm just showing you that you can add a second item. Okay, I could have added this quantity here and say 4 instead of 2, but I'm going to type here 2 so that we can have 2 items here. So as you can see now, we've got 4,800 rands. Okay, I think we are ready to save the quotation. Don't mind about this code number 5. Okay, initially I thought I was going to show you the code number here. Okay, my knowledge was still poor here, my thinking was still like a novice. Okay, I must accept that. Why? Simply because my IDs, okay, let's say code IDs, I was thinking that I am going to increment them. They are going to start from 0, 1, 2, 3. As I'm developing the application, I changed that. I created my IDs with UUID, meaning that they are somewhat complicated IDs than these ones. Okay, I'm going to tell you the reason why in this series. Okay, so as you can see, this was the idea. So now if we can save and create this code, you will see that a code ID is unique from like 00005, as if it's a unique invoice, some sort of number. You know, have you seen an invoice number? Not a computer generated one, but those ones that you print. Remember, I'm a designer. Okay, I used to work in printing, so I used to create invoice and bind them. Okay, so this used to be like this, but this is old fashioned, guys. I think you can agree. So let's save, let's create the quotation. As you can see, the quotation doesn't have a loading spinner. Okay, as much as I've clicked create here, there is nothing that is loading here. Okay, let me just click again. Okay, as much as I have clicked it, there is nothing that shows if it's loading. It's something that I'm aware of and I know, and it's costing me. Okay, but I haven't changed it. Okay, I'm in the process of doing it. As you can see now, it doesn't show anything. At least if there was a loading spinner here, I was going to be aware that something is processing. Okay, but I'm still building it. I know that this one, I didn't create any loading spinner. Now it's coming back to me. I am not sure if something is happening or there is nothing happening, as you can see. So these are the disadvantages of what can I say? This is just showing us that user experience is important. Imagine if it's what can I say? If it's costing me as a developer, how much more if I was the actual user? Okay, so as you can see, nothing is happening. So what might be the problem here? Okay, remember I told you that I've got my own met component, which is a met form. Okay, I've created my own library. So in my own library, when I want to know what's going on here, I've got I can come here under quotation and I can tune into debug mode. And then when I tuned into debug mode will show me some things where maybe I can see if my React hook form is misbehaving. So let's just go to code and let me search for met form. Okay, let me just search for met form. Met form. Okay, here is my met form. Okay, on my met form, I can type here debug mode. Suppose there is something called the debug mode here. Am I in met form? Yes. There is a prop here which is debug mode. Yes, here is it. Okay, let me save. And when I'm coming back here, suppose this form will now give me some more information, as you can see. Okay, this will give me some tools to debug the form, to try and understand why the form is misbehaving. Okay, where am I getting this? I've created it. Okay, I've created it to make my life simple. Okay, so let me watch the values first. Okay, let me watch the values. We've got the first item. Okay, it has got all the values. Quantity is 2. We've got the second item. Okay, let's see. My apologies about that. But in terms of the values, I don't think I've got a problem. Okay, let's check here. Do we have a company ID? This is a wrong company ID. Company ID. Yes, company ID cannot be coded UI. Company ID is supposed to be the company ID, but it looks like this has got the name. Okay, so obviously when we are trying to save this, suppose we are having some errors here. Okay, and it will be some sort of database errors with something along the lines of referential integrity or database integrity or something. Okay, enough about that. So let me just okay, let me also check the form errors first. So this I did it myself since I didn't want to get confused and get lost. Okay, so let's see. We've got one error here. Okay, on item. Okay, this might also be one of the problems. Okay, besides that company ID there. Okay, let's see. Items, it has got an error. Let's see. Let me remove one item here. Okay, and then let's see. Create. Okay, let me just refresh. My apologies about that. Okay, let me just refresh, and then I want to watch errors and watch values. Okay, so this is coming from my met forms. Okay, this I want to watch the values. Do I have item code? Yes, company ID and user ID. Okay, cool. Let me watch the errors as well. Let me just create those errors. How many errors do we have? We have 2 errors. Client ID required. Where is the client ID? Oh, okay, I see. This is this one. And what else? And also items. Okay, cool. So if I can have a client here, suppose now we have a client ID, as you can see, I'm happy with that. And then we have the item. Okay, for now, let's just leave the item like this. And then suppose I don't have errors. Okay, so everything is supposed to work, except I'm not sure about this. My mind is telling me that this is supposed to be a company ID, not a name. But let's just click. Okay, let's also check the network to see, are we connecting to the internet to try to save this information. Let me remove these guys and let me click here. It looks like now we are doing it, and let's see what are we going to get back. Okay, I'm not sure about that. Okay, everything has been created successfully. Okay, this is the payload. Okay, I'm happy with this. Okay, I just need to check in my code about that company name, why I have on that. Let's see, where is application? I just want to show you now. Okay, this is work in progress application. In this guy, why do I have a company name here? This is something that I have to change. Okay, as you can see, there's company. Okay, paste. Oh, okay, now I see, guys. Okay, my apologies, I think it's my problem. Okay, I was thinking that the company ID that I saw there, okay, on the quotation, it's this one. Okay, my mind is telling me that no, I changed this to a company ID. Now it looks like I was some sort of mixing two different things. Okay, this is for quotation. Okay, in quotation, there is a company name there. Okay, of that means now we don't have much of a problem. So it looks like we have created a quotation, right? Yes. Okay, we have created a quotation. Now I don't want this. Okay, this is for me to debug things. I don't want this debug mode. As you can see, this is this component. It's a met form. Okay, as you can see here, it's very different than SHATCN one. Okay, I didn't like SHATCN's way of doing things, so I created my own. All right, and then let's go back here. So here, the first thing that I want to do, I don't have debug mode, and then let's go back. These are supposed to disappear. Okay, and let me refresh here so that this can disappear as well. And then where are we going to get the code? Oh, okay, cool. Let's why it's not refreshing and why it's not quick. Okay, so now we have created a quotation, and then now let's check on the list of quotations. Do we have on list of quotations, do we have that quotation? Okay, as you can see, guys, there's a loading spinner here. It looks like we have, guys. Okay, check here. The client's name, it's Mr. Math. The username, it's John. The code ID, it's this one. And then the status has been created. Okay, the total is 1,200. Is this the code that we have created? Yes, I'm happy with this. Okay, so the other thing that I want to show you here is the chart part. Okay, you will see how it works. Let's say I'm working with my team. Okay, and what can I say? Mr. Math decided to some sort of change the code. He wants us to change the code, okay? And unfortunately, it's almost like late. So I've worked late and I'm knocking off, okay? And I'm not going to be in tomorrow at work. So I need somebody who will be working with this code, anyone, to know that this guy has made some changes. So this is just a feature that I thought of, and I'm hoping it might be useful or the users might find it useful. You can shoot a comment below and tell me if it makes sense. So I'm going to click here on chat. Okay, even this one doesn't have a loading spinner. My apologies about that. These are the things that I'm going to improve on. Okay, I know and I'm aware that it doesn't have a loading spinner, so it might take time to change on the screen and the user is not aware. Okay, so here is the code 1200 and here's a code ID. And remember, I told you that now the code IDs are different. Okay, as you can see, that's why that 005 was not going to work. Okay, so now let's say at at team. Okay, I'm telling the whole team, okay, please note that Mr. Math has changed the quantity, let's say to 4. Okay, please change the code as well. Please change the code as well ASAP. Okay, let's say before 12 December 2024. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Okay, now this code will have this message. Okay, we'll have this message. Let's say clients. Okay, we're just going to go and come back here, go to clients, and then go to codes. Let's say I'm a different guy. Okay, and I'm here checking codes. Okay, how many codes do we have? And then I will see here we've got a code from Mr. Math. Okay, that is cool. Cool beans. And then what I will want to see is that do we have any chats? Is there any message? Okay, In future, as I'm working on this is supposed to indicate that there is a message here. It's supposed to tell you that somebody has left a message for you. But for now, let's just click here. Okay, as you can see, guys, now it looks like you can come here and see that me, John, this is what I said. Okay, and then let's just go back and demonstrate one last part. Okay, I think this is some sort of a wrap. Remember, I'm still demonstrating. I'm going to tell you and explain to you in details how I've made this. Okay, so let's go to items. Okay, let's go to items. Let's go to item list. This is supposed to be item list. This is something that I have to change. Okay, item list. This is item list, guys. So when you want to edit the item, let's say for some reason it's no longer UI course, now it's a Figma course. Okay, it's Figma course, and then where is save, let's click update. As you can see, guys, telling us that this piece is updating, and let's see. Now this is Figma. Okay, full UI course now is going to be full Figma course. Okay, I'm going to teach you the techniques that I have applied here. Maybe when I'm saying techniques, it might look like complicated, or maybe I'm smart, or I'm not really that smart. When I'm saying techniques, I'm just saying my own way of doing it. Okay, obviously there are some people are doing it in a different way, but I've learned some different way of doing it, and then I'm going to tell you things like when do you put a pop-up and when do you not. Okay, what must you put on a pop-up and what must you not, what must be a route, just like this one. Okay, so as you can see, guys, here you can click and activate and deactivate things. Okay, and then I think even on quotation we can amend it. Okay, we can amend the quotation. I think so. Let's go to code. Does the code has that edit feature? My apologies about this slow internet, but at least this load thing. Oh, it looks like I have improved this code. So if not, what happened? Why this doesn't have this? But that is not something to write a story about. Okay, but I think I did change this. Maybe I didn't commit the changes. Okay, so otherwise, guys, in summary, this is where we are. You can look out, everything has got a light and dark theme. So in this series I am going to show you, we are not going to code, but I'm just going to show you behind the scene what I did, explaining everything, the techniques, the advanced concepts, everything, guys. Okay, so here I was just showing you the light and dark mode. So I can look out here. Let me just use a different username so that I can show you that this guy's information won't appear here. Okay, now it's sorry. Okay, let's see. All right, now the other person is logging in. Suppose the quotations that are there are for this person, the company name is for this person, it's different. What might be the case? I think this password is wrong. Let's see, I keep on forgetting these passwords. Who else is here? Is it Matthew or what? Okay, let me start with Matthew. Okay, so this is, oh, okay. So as you can see, guys, this was not a code problem. It was my problem. I keep on forgetting these passwords. Okay. So let's see, guys. Let's see which company do I have here. Let me just say update, no company, and this is supposed to be still loading. So as soon as you see an avatar here, and also this company name will change. As you can see, this is Fast Move Security. Okay, just a name. So let's go back here. Does this company has some codes? Let's see. Okay, does this company have some code? Let's see. Oh, codes are here. My apologies about that. So here I'm creating a code and here I'm adding a code. Okay, so let's see. Yes, it looks like this company has some code. Let's see, are there any chats? So as you can see, the codes and the chats that are here are for this specific company. In this series, these are the things that I'm going to teach you. Okay, let's say for some reason I feel like the code is too low. Please change it. Okay, price has changed. Okay, the price has changed since last year. Okay, let's say for some reason there was a problem with the price and the item list and whatever. So I can click here so that any person which might be working on this code, they must see this note. Okay, I think that is all, guys. I have explained everything that I wanted to explain. Okay, so I am going to explain how I did this, everything in details, the light and dark theme, and how I've managed to get it to work like this. If you might be interested, guys, please don't forget, I've got these two courses, this one and this one. This one is a bit advanced one, and this one is for people who are still wanting to learn Next.js. Okay, and also at the same time, I've got coded UI here if you might want to learn how to design awesome user interfaces. I am Matthew Singati. I'm the designer and the developer. I am the best of both worlds. That makes me a hybrid. Stick with me, I'll make you famous. I will take you places to see different faces. See you on the next one. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe. Sharp, sharp.